And where is the heart? It is Africa. Each African nation, at least 21 of them, are 20 times, 50 times, 100 times richer than Saudi Arabia. Did you think that? Who knows that Africa, each continent, each country is already richer than Qatar, than Kuwait? Do you know that? Do you believe in that? Say a big yes. Do you know, I see here the youth, the children, the university, of course the leaders, our honorable leader, the honorable president from Nigeria. I met you in Washington, D.C. at Ravi Shankara's event. And I am here with a weighty message. I came here so that this message will go throughout Africa. That it is, you have everything. You need nothing. You don't need foreign aid. You don't need foreign direct investments. Domestic wealth generation will become the next decade goal and action and operations of all African leaders, of all African masses. You don't need to wait for anyone. Horizontally, you don't need IMF, World Bank, even African. Vertically, the people of the Africa, you don't need to wait for the government to give you a hand down. You are the creator, you are the source. You are not a kitty that needs meow, I want my milk. No, you are the lion. You go and get, and you build wealth, and you distribute wealth, and you export wealth. It is my duty that in 3 years, I will see 5 African nations and governments will issue official foreign debt issued by African nation outbound into Europe. Europe receives it. Game over. Whether it is Romania, Bulgaria, or Kosovo, Serbia, or even Italy, they need the wealth. You have been giving them for 500 years. Let's make it official, so that the mind will be warped. That means as soon as Africa has issued the first official debt outbound, the entire world will know Africa has risen. The entire African populations will know we are the source of the wealth. We have it, everything. And we are the ones who donate to the world outside, to Europe, Asia, and to the world. Again, the Future Trends Africa Manifesto, the collective peaceful rise of Africa, and I called it the surprise rise of Africa. Go and surprise the world. I'll add one sentence. It's very important, because I am the person who raised the whole of China. When I went to China, China was the poorest nation. They were going as refugees to North Korea. The Chinese salary was only $30 the highest. In the airport of Hangzhou, I saw 20 chickens, 7 goats, and 50 people in dark. They did not have light. The city of Dalian had no light. They were lower than Africa, and they rose to $19 trillion. Your $3 trillion economy, the size of one Shanghai city. No, Africa will have $60 trillion economy in 10 years. Okay, this is the prophecy. Thank you. And action.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Freedom is coming
It's the new Africa. The new Africa, the Africa we want, the Africa Renaissance is called self-confidence. One thing I want everybody to take out of this place, being called a Pan-Africanist is not a disease. It's called, that's self-assurance. So don't be ashamed to be a Pan-Africanist. Before I give the mic back to the MC, I'd like to recognize the CEO of the Lake Region Economic Bloc, Mr. Victor Nyagaya. Please stand up and wave. The bloc has been very supportive on the program. Don't sit down yet. Don't sit down yet. You have to move your shoulder. Give me a little music. I want to see you move his shoulder. Let's see you move. Aha, that's okay. I can see. It's okay. It's okay. I just want to make sure he dances too. Anyway, welcome to you all. Enjoy your week. We are here to take the continent into new heights. Asante sana. Thank you very much. Kisumu dala.
I mean, let's appreciate Chair once more. Well done, Chair. We're going to move with speed, Your Excellency. Allow me to acknowledge the presence of the Chair of the Luo Council of Elders, Ker Odinga Randa. Thank you very much, sir. Allow me as well to acknowledge the presence of the County Commissioner, Kisumu County, Mr. Lord Morillo. Thank you very much for being here as well. May we affix our eyes on the screens. There are 3 videos that are going to play. The first one is from a daughter of Kisumu that we are very, very proud of as a country, as a continent, and as people in the creative industry. Please, all eyes on the screen for this message from our very own Lupita Nyong'o, an accomplished Hollywood actress. I am advised that there's a technical hitch with that. The English say you save the best for the last. You know her second name. It means that video has to play. If it does not play, ... Very well. The second video then, technician, I know you're ready with that.
I am the Deputy Commissioner and Chief of Staff in the New York City Mayor's Office for International Affairs. I am pleased to join you for the 5th World of Black and African Festival of Arts and Culture, Festac, in Kenya. On behalf of Mayor Eric Adams and our administration, we want to thank the organizers and leadership of Festac Africa. We also want to thank all the people who made this gathering possible. Finally, we want to thank the African Council in New York City for their efforts in introducing this event to us. We wish we could have been physically there with you. But as a proud African senior member of the Adams administration, I am still incredibly honored to be with you virtually. This event has a rich history of connecting the African continent since the 1960s. And we all know the power of arts, culture, and sports in bringing people together, especially our young people. Travel anywhere around the world, and you will find the powerful impact of African and Black art and culture. And that's including right here in New York City. A global city that is home to a large and proud diaspora community of Africans. Travel from Manhattan to the Bronx, from Brooklyn to Queens and Staten Island, and you will find proud representations of African and Black culture and arts. And we must continue to celebrate our rich history and culture. We must cherish these precious creations and we must protect them. And we have to do it together. As the African proverb reminds us, to go far, we must go together. And that's why our administration's goal is to continue to strengthen the ties between New York City and the African continent, and that's including Kenya. We invite you to engage with us, to create with us, and build a new future with us. We wish you a wonderful experience at this event, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you.
Your Excellency, that video came before the introduction. Allow me to mention this video is by Ms. Aisata Kamara, Deputy Commissioner and Chief of Staff, New York Mayor's Office for International Affairs. The second video that is going to play is by Miss Suzanne Palsy, a Hollywood actress from Martinique, and this particular lady opened the doors for black actresses in Hollywood. Enjoy.
Hello. I am Suzanne Palsy. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, dear friends, I am sending this video as an apology since regretfully I can't be with you. I have an illness in my family. I know what I will be missing, but I also know that you will enjoy the 2024 edition of Festac and never forget it. Like you can see, I'm not alone. Some are watching over us very proudly, and others are sending us their blessings. A heartfelt thanks to the great team of the festival. I love you all.
Thank you for your patience and time. We shall be playing the first video a bit later when the technician is ready. Allow me then, at this point in time, as the next speakers come on stage, to invite Kibos School for the Blind, accompanied by the Kenya Society for the Blind Band, to come forward. Kindly, Mwalimu, and they are coming forward for a very short number as we invite Dr. Christina Pratt, Kenyatta National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya. Dr. Christina Kenyatta Pratt, my apologies, National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya, chairperson. And we thank you, Daktari, for the great work that you're doing. This band is trained by 3 trainers, and we just want to thank you, Walimu, for the extra hours you put in to ensure that this talent is preserved and that this talent is at this very high level. May we appreciate these wonderful Kenyans. Thank you. Thank you very much. This was a special request by the chairperson. Karibuni sana. The stage is yours.
bring that.
Our honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, before you is Kibos VI Band, ready to entertain you with several tunes. Welcome and enjoy with us. And we greet you in the name of
Africa. Weka vitu. Tunatangaza tamaduni za Kiafrika. twatangaza tamaduni za Afrika. Twatangaza tamaduni za Afrika. Twatangaza tamaduni zenye heshima. Tamaduni za Afrika zina heshima. Weka vitu sasa, weka. Hey! Twatangaza tamaduni. Weka. Koma. Twatangaza. Kweli. Nasalimu ndugu zetu wa Afrika.
May we accord them a round of applause, please. Makofi mazuri.
Zetu Afrika. Eka vitu.
Thank you for the wonderful performance. Thank you. So as the second team prepares, allow me now, in the interest of time, as the second team prepares. Are we ready? Okay, just give us a brief one, kindly. Thank you.
Isuka
Amazing. They are called the Gusa Nafsi Band, Kenya Society for the Blind. Allow me now to invite Dr. Christina Kenyatta Pratt, National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya, chairperson, to make some remarks. Welcome, Daktari.
Lydia.
Daktari, thank you.
Jua. Yeah. Simwambie aweke kando.
Oyugi Owino Kwach. Wapi Eva? Wapi Karo?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Excellencies, our guest of honor, Right Honorable, His Excellency, Raila Amolo Odinga, special guest, His Excellency, former President of Nigeria, Dr. Obasanjo, our host, Governor of Kisumu County, together with Her Excellency, First Lady of Kisumu County, Excellencies, governors present, distinguished guests from across the continent of Africa and beyond, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. First, I wish to express my grateful thanks and appreciation to His Excellency, the Governor of Kisumu, Dr. Peter Anyang Nyong'o for hosting this wonderful festival that will showcase the talents during the entire part of this week, the talents and the skills across the African continent. Thank you, the organizers of Festac, because for the first time, the disability fraternity has been invited to take part in this festival. Thank you. You have seen the skills and the talents that our children and adults have across board. The children that you saw here dancing and singing from Kibos School for the Blind, the Kenya Society for the Blind, are just a small example of the talents which are there within the disability family. So therefore, thank you once again, Festac coordinators, for including us in this festival. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today at this remarkable festival in celebration of our continent's unity in diversity, which is rich in culture and arts. I stand here an advocate of disability inclusion as a special needs professional and my role as the chairperson of the National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya. We are gathered here today as a global community where we have more than 1.3 billion persons with disability worldwide, according to World Health Organization. This is approximately 15% of the world population. With that in mind, allow me to address this matter of profound importance, one that aligns with the spirit of this festival. The inclusion of persons with disability in our culture, technological, agricultural, gender, and artistic spheres. Let us acknowledge this significant segment of our population whose voices and contributions have too often been sidelined, and how we can collectively challenge perceptions and stereotypes that have perpetuated discrimination and exclusion of persons with disabilities. I take this opportunity on behalf of the disability fraternity to thank Festac for including those abled differently to showcase to the world their skills and talents. Ladies and gentlemen, the inclusion agenda is not just a call for acknowledgement, it is a call for collective commitment to ensure that individuals, regardless of their abilities, are given an equal chance not to be observers, but equal participants in everyday life. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development makes a clarion call to leave no one behind. The Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, which Kenya ratified on the 19th of May 2008, created an obligation upon our country to respect, protect, and fulfill the provisions in the Convention. Pursuant to Article 2 of the Constitution of Kenya, the Convention forms part of the Kenyan law. The Convention and our Constitution reaffirms that all persons with disabilities must enjoy all human rights and fundamental freedoms, and covers rights related to all areas of life, such as equality, accessibility, fundamental accessibility, education, independent living, health, employment, and freedom from violence. Regionally, for the first time, we have an Africa-wide disability-specific instrument that seeks to ensure the rights of those with disabilities are addressed. The protocol complements the UN Convention on the Rights of Disabilities, of persons with disabilities, by addressing the rights of persons with disabilities from an African perspective, considering the lived realities such as harmful practices, beliefs, and superstitions. While we ensure we have legislation and policies in place, let us not forget that the environment remains the greatest barrier to inclusion of persons with disabilities. We must therefore address physical barriers by ensuring accessibility of our built environments where everyone can participate and make information accessible through various formats such as sign language, interpretation, braille materials, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya plays a critical role in the realization of aspirations of the development goals of other legislations put in for the welfare of PWDs. Established 44 years ago as a trusteeship under the Perpetual Succession Act, CAP 164, the National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya has a mandate of enhancing social and economic empowerment of persons with disabilities. This is achieved by supporting individual persons with disabilities with assistive technology as enablers to inclusion of economic empowerment through provision of tool sets that enhance their social and economic independence. Additionally, the fund continues to improve the infrastructure and facilitate institutions that caters for learners with disability in order to build capacity and better achieve this population. For the last 15 years, the fund has implemented a flagship project program in all our 47 counties. Anchored on the rights to education, the program is aimed at developing infrastructure in institutions of learning to enhance learning experiences, increase enrollment and retention of learners, as well as help them acquire relevant skills. Over 200 schools for learners with disabilities across Kenya have benefited with essential and fully equipped facilities that include dormitories, vocational training, workshops, classrooms, dining facilities, computer labs, among others. In addition, the fund supports over 200 institutions across the country with annual grants towards improving their facilities, renovations, purchase of learning equipment and materials, water sanitation and hygiene programs, therapy equipment, and other assistance that facilitates learning. Cognizant that persons with disabilities are more likely to experience adverse social economic outcomes, including low levels of employment and higher poverty rates, the National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya also targets individual persons with disabilities and equips them with relevant tools of trade geared towards their economic empowerment through business startups. These tools of trade are provided at no cost to the beneficiaries. Where possible, and through advocacy, the fund is able to link them with markets to showcase and sell their products. Ladies and gentlemen, as a fund, we have purpose to inspire change through strategic partnerships and essential collaborations. We are ready to work with policymakers, corporates, and communities to build inclusive platforms where every individual with a disability can contribute their voice and vision. We invite you all to interact with us and other sector stakeholders during the events taking place this week, especially the luncheon hosted by the National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya today, and the dinner in the dark hosted tomorrow by the Kenya Society for the Blind, a dinner experience aimed at supporting education for learners with disabilities. Kindly purpose to visit our exhibition booths, where we will learn about inclusion in the arts, culture, and education and technology. Let us pledge to listen, learn, and act in ways that ensure persons with disabilities are not just included, but embraced as an integral part in our society. Together, let us also challenge stereotypes, break down barriers, and foster a culture of understanding, respect, and dignity to persons with disabilities. Let us ensure that no one is left behind. Once again, I thank you for this opportunity to talk about the disability fraternity and showcase their talents and their wares across the country of Kenya. Thank you once again for this opportunity.
At home, some of my pride, that's where my heart belongs. Mokolonge Euro, Mokolonge Rina, Mokolonge Kisumu, Antelunge Dala, Orgamolo Odinga, Dala Ganyang Yogo.
Very well. Thank you, Daktari, as well. The Bible is very clear that your talent will make you sit before kings. If I was not an MC, how would I have walked down the stairs with Dr. Christina? Let's appreciate her once more. Without much ado, allow me, Your Excellency, to welcome the Deputy Governor, Kisumu County, Dr. Matthew Owili, to guide us in the next bit of the program.
My home, my sweet home, some of my pride, that's where my heart belongs. Mokolonge Euro, Mokolonge Rina, Mokolonge Kisumu, Antelunge Dala, Orgamolo Odinga.
Thank you, Your Excellencies, Baba and Baba. Allow me to ride on the protocol already set, but to recognize in a special way our host governor, Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, who, in his own wisdom, has brought all this together. Allow me to welcome all of you to Kisumu City and to Kisumu County. Warwako udala, karibuni nyumbani, welcome home. Dala simply means home in our local dialect. I would like at this point to introduce the members of the County Assembly. I recognize the presence of the Speaker, the Honorable Elisha Jakoraro, together with all members of the County Assembly present. Allow me also to introduce members of the County Cabinet. If you are there, kindly be upstanding. Asanteni sana, thank you very much, and especially Beatrice Odongo Wadiaga, the Minister for Culture. Allow me also now to recognize the presence of the area member of parliament, the Honorable Shakil Shabir. Tumpige makofi. Allow me again to recognize the presence of the member of parliament for Kisumu West, the Honorable Rosa Buyu. Tumpige makofi. And the member of parliament for the county of Kisumu, the Honorable Ruth Adhiambo Odinga. Now, Kisumu is the third largest city in Kenya, and for the next 3 days or 4, we will be the melting point of the African culture. In Africa, we believe in unity. In Africa, we believe in leaving no one behind. The more reason why today there was great inclusivity, bringing on board those who are living with disability. And in Africa, we will march towards that desired destination as one people. And of course, we will enjoy our culture. Before I invite the governor of the county of Kisumu, allow me to say the following. Our chief guest for today, His Excellency Raila Odinga, has a big dream for Africa. And Your Excellency, Africa is looking forward to your tenure as the African Union chairman. We know that there's a path that you must take to that destination, a walk that you must take. From the county of Kisumu, we stand with you, and we know that God will lead you to that desired destination, because Africa, ladies and gentlemen, must be great. And now, with those few remarks, I want to invite our vision bearer in the county of Kisumu, the governor, Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o. Anajua yeye ni msanii na kuna wimbo anapenda sana. Kwa hivyo kama mnaweza hiyo, alafu najua mama county atamuescort tena wakuja hapa juu, lakini awekee ile wimbo anapenda, Kanya Kusumu, simply meaning that when you educate a lady, ero kamano magoka yuoch governor nyago sito
takokego ne ya erei molo wudo ganda dango ewi akene wile gatweji wonya lunga ywarani ewi akana wil gokego yara tego wonya lunga urwo chichode nyamaro chodoto mulo ywara ber mulo nyamaro mula togido ywara yo achogi uradio sungu awach ni okego kuon wach nika awach biro uradio awach opong to chogi yare uradio chwaluor yara yara okego kuon ye mor mor chogi wonya lunga in kanye isema kodongo ya e wajama nade.
I thought you were not coming.
Isema kodongo migele ujama li wajama nade wajama riek okego neya molo wonya lego baba.com baba young tax agwabo young man for the young boy mano wudo wor mano min mito moli ngama nade wachukego neya kama li mumiriwa Kenya
Haya. Haya. Okay, pole sana. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to officially welcome our guest, President Olusegun Obasanjo, whose host is our Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, whom I will request to speak subsequently in opening today's Africa Festac. As you know, Festac, as the previous speakers have said, has a long history. And as we are gathered today, here, members of the diplomatic corps, national government officials, county government officials, governors here, and cultural leaders and other distinguished guests. We're really honored to have President Olusegun Obasanjo, who initiated Festac many years ago in Nigeria, to have honored us to come here at this particular version of Texas Festac that we are giving home to as Kisumu, and we are very grateful for that. But before I go further, I want to give greetings from my daughter, Lupita Mondi Nyong'o, whose message could not be shown, but she's sure that she's with you. And to remind you that a very important play is currently going on at the National Theatre in Nairobi called Sarafina, which is based on the rebellion GNZs in South Africa during apartheid times, and it's something worth seeing if you have time. It's a very, very good play. So the big day is finally here, Mr. Prime Minister and President Obasanjo. And I thank you for gracing it. I also salute the Festac Executive Committee for choosing this beautiful and culturally vibrant city for Festac, along with all the poets, artists, writers, cultural activists, musicians, and many other leaders of culture that have performed here today and will perform this week. They remind us very much of the role that our leading writers performed in promoting African culture in Africa. In East Africa, we cannot forget Okot Pabitek. If he were alive, he would be here today, especially his two very important book-long poetry, Song of the Wind and Song of Achol. We can't forget Taban Loliong, Ngugi wa Thiong'o, Austin Bukenya, who is with us here, Okello Chuli, and the late Michere Mugo, among others. Let us salute them because they have kept African culture alive in books, storybooks, and plays. Kisumu's proximity to neighboring East and Central Africa, the port and the international airport, and the railway station, and robust tourism circuit makes it a very appropriate destination for cultural tourism in our country. In 2022, we became the first intermediary city in Africa to host the Africa Cities Summit successfully. More than 13,000 delegates came to Kisumu, and we hope this culture, this practice will be continued in the future by our community in Kisumu. We are excited to play host to this Africa's biggest cultural celebration after a hiatus of more than 45 years, during which it almost died. The first event was held in Dakar in 1966, and the second one was a major international festival held in Lagos under the leadership of President Obasanjo here today, from January 1977 to February 12, 1977. The month-long event celebrated African culture and showcased the world African music, fine art, literature, drama, dance, and religion. The event held in Lagos in 1977 was the most successful. It was attended by some of Africa's highly celebrated musicians and writers, including Fela Kuti, Miriam Makeba, Sun Ra, Wole Soyinka, Stevie Wonder, Onde Lord, Amiri Baraka, and Barclay Hendricks, among others. Following successful comebacks in Zanzibar in 2022 and Arusha 2024, we are happy to be home to Festac again. I would like to take this opportunity again to thank His Excellency Olusegun Obasanjo, who together with his colleagues, Abdoulaye Wade of Senegal, Abdulaziz Bouteflika of Algeria, and Thabo Mbeki of South Africa, worked so hard to continue the information on arts and culture in the new Partnership for Africa's Development, which has become a bedrock for planning for Africa's unity and Africa's development. In his popular book, Things Fall Apart, Achebe writes powerfully about cultures and religion, and we remember him for many of his quotes, one of which was referred here today. And I repeat it. When a man invites his kinsmen for a feast, he does not do so to save them from starving. They have all the food they need in their homes. When we gather together in a moonlight village ground, it is not because of the moon. Every man can see it from his own compound. We come together because it is good to do so. Africa must arise. Africa must keep together. Africa must respect and institutionalize its cultural practices so that the younger ones coming up later may not forget them, but find them alive as things that are extremely relevant to their day-to-day life. Because without culture, we are dead. With culture, we are united with our past and our future. I now take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, if you give me a chance, to invite to the podium our very distinguished President. Oh, sorry. I had forgotten about the entertainment. I wanted to have the entertainment before I invite the President and the Prime Minister. We have some artists who would like to perform before then to break the speaking and to warm up the stage a little with some music that reminds us of our past and our future, and that makes our culture live. Can I have the first one on the stage, please? Yes.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Your Excellency. I'm very much honored to be here this afternoon, and I welcome you all to Kisumu, and it always feels nice to share my music from the lakeside with you guys. So this song is dedicated to one of our beloved cities. You all know the song. This is where it all began. I was a young lady. Sahi nimemea, vitu vimemea kidogo kidogo. But it's always a pleasure to be here. So the song is entitled Kisumu 100. nyaka wa miel donge. Mbona sioni mkikatika ama hii ni kionjo? Kisumu, tera dia ba Kisumu, ayaye, tera dia ne pacho, ayaye, tera dia ne pacho, ayaye, tera dia ne dala, Kisumu ber, Kisumu, tera dia ne pacho, Kisumu ber, Kisumu, tera dia ne dala, legaido tera wina, yeah yeah. Matinia anadwani jakomo miel dong nyaka arwake maber orwako welo donge bini dong jadala bini dong jatelo bini dong osiepna bini dong jaturwa bini dong jadala bini dong jatelo bini dong osiepna bini dong ayaye tera dia ba Kisumu ayaye tera dia ba Kisumu dalagi mama yo dalagi baba yo tulo ujo malongo tungugero Kisumu yai ayaye tera dia ba Kisumu ayaye tera dia ba Kisumu dalagi mama yo, dalagi baba yo, tulo ujo malongo, tungugero Kisumu yai. Anagomba diane Kisumu, kenda gomba diane lolue, Victoria, dalagi mama yo, Victoria, dalagi baba yo. Anagomba diane Kisumu, twendeni tujenge Kisumu, wageni karibu Kisumu, ni wanapamba pia tupande, ni wanapamba pia tulime, tuvune vizuri, negaido tera wina yeah yeah. Tera diane Kisumu, tokaido tera Kisumu, tera diane Kisumu. Anadwaro kenda, onge ngama tera. Anadwaro kenda, onge ngama tera. Omena mit kibuye, etera diane. Mbota mit kibuye, etera diane. Ngege mit manyata yawa, etera diane. Obambo mit nyawita etera diane bini dong jadala bini dong jatelo bini dong osiepna bini dong jaturwa bini dong jadala. Thank you very much.
There is only one Susanna Uyo. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Apesi, stage is yours.
Festac Africa, one more time for Susanna Uyo. One more time for Susanna Uyo. Original diva. Original diva. Original Nile Queen. Right about now, we're bringing on Apesi. 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 Odinga to the wall.
Yeah, check one, two. Hey, yeah, Sweetona, they only fly over in Cornell, they only virgin in Entebbe, they only mbuta in Odinga. Nataka toa wewe Nyeri, nilete wewe Kisumu. Fire International Airport, the land of Lupita and Obama. Ayo, yelele ya, siro akeli Kisumu. Eya asitona, they only fly over in Kondele, they only virgin in Entebbe, they only muta in Odinga. Nataka toa wewe Nyeri, nilete wewe Kisumu. Fire International Airport, the land of Lupita and Obama. Jambo, Jambo Siro, Jambo Siro, habari yako nzuri sana. Negwedete Siro, Jambo, Jambo Siro, Eriga Siro, habari yako nzuri sana. Tapeleka wewe Lake Victoria, tuendeswe na boti kidogo, ituzunguse hadi Hotel Wani, wachamgege kiko. Hey ya Obambona, the only fish in Lake Victoria, the only boy in the boy, the only pala in the pala. Jambo, Jambo Siro, Jambo Siro, habari yako nzuri sana. Negwedete Siro, Jambo, Jambo Siro, Eriga Siro, habari yako nzuri sana. Listen to this. Hey, our Hasitona, they only fly over in Kondele, they only virgin in Entebbe, they only buta in Odinga. Nataka toa wewe Homa Bay, nilete wewe Kisumu. Fire International Airport, the land of Lupita and Obama. Jambo, Jambo Siro, Eriga Siro, habari yako. Give me something and go. Odinga to the world. Above the name of Apesi again, Yamankali. So when I say Apesi, you say Yamankali. Apesi, Apesi, Apesi. Yawasiro will take you to Kiboko Bay, from sunset to sunrise. Usiku tulale kesha hoteli, yeah. Apesi, something nipeleke wewe Kibuye, ni Jumapili chechiro, Jumapili chechiro. Jambo Siro, Jambo Siro, habari yako nzuri sana. Negwedete Siro, Jambo, Jambo Siro, Eriga Siro, habari yako nzuri sana. You know, who is not a type? Anyone can become a Luo. You only need a software. So, Kisumu is so beautiful. The song talks about the beauty of Kisumu. It talks about unity. Thank you so much. That was my time.
Now we're coming. One more time for Pesim Nyamamkali. Right about now, we're taking another flight out to the west, the land of Baba. We come from the land of Baba to the land of Baba. Afro Jam rock artists, straight from Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. Give it up for Benny Willis.
Yay, yay! Africa, stand up! Big up yourself, Africa. I love you so much. First, maximum respect. The song I'm about to do is called Mama Africa. That is what we're doing right now. We're uniting Africa. To my president, Babao. And to Baba. All right, Mama Africa, DJ, let it roll. Real reggae.
You don't know, say you don't love Africa, pull up your face in the air like this.
True talk.
Africa nice and sweet. I Benny Willis says so. You don't know.
Have mercy, Lord, upon Africa. Oh, Mama Africa. Have mercy, Lord, upon Africa. Have mercy, Lord, upon Africa. Oh, Mama Africa. Have mercy, Lord, upon Africa. Are you in Africa? I'm in Africa. Mama Africa. I'm in Africa. Let's walk upon the streets of gold, the land of milk and honey, where nature never gets old. Mama Africa evergreen. Africa nice, Africa sweet. Africa home to every community. So much love, so much peace. Mama Africa showing us identity. Welcome to Africa. This our nation showing you what it does. Beautiful Mama Africa. This our nation showing you what it does. Have mercy, Lord, upon Africa. Oh, Mama Africa. Have mercy, Lord, upon Africa. Have mercy, Lord, upon Africa. Oh, Mama Africa. Have mercy, Lord, upon Africa. Are you in Africa? I'm in Africa. Mama Africa. Wait a minute, what we popping on the air? What somebody tell you making out the air? We getting money, so we holler every day. I like forgive and go one straight. I make Africa say you're bringing out the back closet. But you know what I don't care. Nobody else is a project. Africa on it. I'm preaching up about one nation. Why you want to do this? What's slipping up about Africa? You know, okay. God of Benny Willis and Africa. God me bless your name, cause we are heavily made. My God, you love me, but incredible. We know that full well. The desperation of the day, you cannot be worth me down. God, you hope your man shall last, let me flip on the ground. No information in a nation, I'm making the brother to go low. I'm citizen of Africa, me tell you so. Why your name, Almighty God, God of Benny Willis and Africa. Me say me bless your name, come here, your own man. You love me, but incredible.